Why am I so different from them? Our sun is brighter and younger than the cosmos. Hey guys, I just want to talk about the first flight of the Man of Steel and this incredible opening scene here for when we first see Henry Cavill sort of really take on the role of Superman, and we see that sort of like true incarnation of the character. Up until this point, a lot of anticipation about how Henry is going to portray him. He's been bulking in the gym, he's been seen off set, and then suddenly we see them in Man of Steel come alive. And this is the scene for me which stood out when I saw this on cinema. When I saw the cape flapping in the wind, the music was really emotional. I really felt that connection with Superman. And as Russell Crowe narrates the sort of like biological meanings in the background, we really get a clear understanding of who Superman is and why he's come to be who he is. The energy from the sun, his sort of strength and powers that he wields, and the biological makeup all come together here. And when we see this sort of like first springboard into his training, we see that vulnerability as well. And that's what I love about this, is that he's wobbly, he's not practiced, this is his first time. And the scene really captures that. Henry really shows that sort of humble side of Superman, where he's like a child and he's learning everything. And this has really not been done before up until this point. This is 10 years old now, and I think there was a lot of hate for this at the time, when actually this has matured really well over time, where we've looked back on Henry's performance and how he sort of really established Superman's sort of grassroots. And I think he did it really well. His connection to the earth. He's an alien, and we really feel that here. And Henry sort of really shows that vulnerability, where he connects to the physical side of the earth and looks back at the sun for his energy, reflects on the solar system and his roots. And as Henry looks up, basks in sort of sunlight, we have that sort of human comparison to ourselves, where we think that's a really good feeling. But for him, it's even greater. It's deeper, it's more powerful. And that's where it connects here with the ground, and the two become one, where he's at one with Earth and he's at one with his sort of inner self, an alien being. And this is where it springboards and the music comes in, and all of the elements come together here. And you've got the sonic booms, you've got the clouds moving, you've got him really getting to grips with his flight patterns, and the way the scene changes from sort of Arctic to safari to desert to caves, and eventually into sea, and then finalizing on the space. I love that. At the end of the day, we need to keep that pace moving, and they've done that really well. Zack Snyder really captured everything he could in such a short space of time, and that's hard to do, especially for Superman fans who want to see it all. I think we really captured this well here, and Henry worked really hard on these scenes in terms of the blue screens, and a lot of the work he had to do sort of to get that physicality of Superman flying and really sort of believable in the element. And I think combined with the CG, it wasn't overcooked. It was the right balance, enough focus on Henry and enough sort of genuine feeling that he is flying. And I think when he comes into space, it's back to that reflection of his alien roots, sort of, this is where you belong, but really it's back down to Earth where you need to stay. And I think it was done really, really well. Earth's gravity is weaker, yet its atmosphere is more nourishing.